I'm gonna tell you a story that I swear, on the dust piled thick on those ancient books, is the absolute truth. And get this, I'm the kind of guy who always needs hard proof, gotta see it to believe it. But what we uncovered, right smack in the heart of our town, hiding in plain sight, wasn't something you could prove. You could only feel it crawling under your skin. We called the place Old Town, even though that wasn't the official name. It just fit. Everything there smelled like mildew, half-forgotten scandals, and things that should have been buried long ago. And at the dead center of all that faded glory was the public library. Don't picture some shiny modern setup with computers and harsh fluorescent lights. Think of a brooding stone monster built back in the 30s, with tall windows like hollow eyes and hallways that trapped the echoes of footsteps from folks long gone. It was our go-to hangout because it stayed open late and the coffee was cheap as dirt. Me, the poor sap caught in the middle of this whole mess, I'm Leo. My crew was small but rowdy. Pedro, the legend hound, the only one who truly bought into ghosts and boogeymen, and Mariana, the sharpest of us, who only put stock in code and stats, but ironically she was the most curious one by far. We'd burn the nights away in the historical studies room on the 3rd floor. That's where things started turning weird. It wasn't the books, or even the ghosts Pedro swore he heard whispering. The real trouble was the night janitor. His name was Mr. Elias. Mr. Elias didn't look like any janitor I'd ever seen. He looked like a statue poured into a faded gray uniform. Tall, gaunt, with a patchy beard like rusted wire, and his eyes, those were the most bone-tired eyes you'd ever lay sight on. Not the tired from sweeping floors, the kind from seeing way too much. He showed up at 10 on the dot every night. And the first thing he did wasn't grab a broom or flip on the vacuum. It was enforce the silence. The library had this infamous rule carved on a bronze plaque by the main entrance: eternal silence. During the day we ignored it. But at night, when Mr. Elias took over, the silence turned into something real, heavy, pressing on your eardrums like a weight. "Good evening, kids," he'd say, always in that raspy voice that sounded like it echoed up from a deep well. "Study time's over." We'd grumble our way out, dragging backpacks. But it was on one of those exits, about 6 months back, that we really started paying attention. Pedro, our local creepypasta expert like I mentioned, had just retold, for the 10th time, the legend of the phantom car on 7th Street. You know the one, right? That black beetle that only rolls out on foggy nights, and if you blink, poof, it's gone. "It's all garbage, Pedro. Just headlight glare and tired eyes," Mariana fired back, ever the practical one, thumbs flying on her phone. "No way. Old Town's a magnet, guys. Every story whispered around here, from the lady in white on the overpass to the shadow man tailing drunks down by the docks, they all started right here. They've got deep roots." I was snapping my notebook shut when Mr. Elias rolled past us, pushing a cleaning cart that was weirdly empty. No bucket, no pungent cleaners. Just an old-school lantern and a massive keyring that looked like it weighed a ton. That's when Pedro elbowed me, eyes bugging out. "Leo, check out that key." I looked. The ring was huge, but one key stood out, big iron thing with an antique design, like it unlocked some medieval vault instead of a door. It hung from a thick cord around his neck, hidden under his shirt. But it wasn't the key itself that freaked us out. It was the air around him. You know that ozone tang, like hot metal right before a massive storm hits? Or the smell when you plug in some ancient appliance that's about to short out? That's what we caught. And it was rolling off Mr. Elias. "You guys smell that?" I whispered. Mariana sniffed. "Static electricity. Maybe his cart's got a wiring issue." "Cart doesn't even have a motor, Mari." "He pushes it," Pedro shot back. "And that's not electricity. It's the smell of somewhere that shouldn't be cracked open." Mr. Elias stopped. He was about 10 yards away, right by the door leading down to the basement. And without turning around, like he'd caught every word of our whispers, he spoke. "The exit's that way, kids. And remember, the silence must be upheld." His voice wasn't a gentle nudge, it was a straight-up warning. We shuffled out of the library, but the conversation didn't die. We wandered those dark streets, sodium lights flickering like they were on their last breath, heads spinning. What does he even do in there all night? Mariana asked. Clean, obviously. He's the janitor, I said, trying to play it cool and rational. Clean what? We've never seen him clean a damn thing. We just watch him pace. He walks in, the building swallows him whole. Comes out in the morning looking like he hasn't slept in days, but the place still smells exactly like dusty old books. Pedro, of course, had his theory locked and loaded. He's not a janitor. He's the guardian. We pulled up at the corner of Flag Square, where the street lamp buzzed and flickered like it was about to give up the ghost. Guardian of what, Pedro? Rare books. Mariana teased. No. Something else. Think about it. The library's the oldest, deepest spot in Old Town. It's built right on top of the buried old train depot. And it's the hub where all the stories crash together. That's when he dropped the nuke. The theory that sounded batshit crazy at first, but over time started making this icy kind of sense. You guys ever notice how Old Town's urban legends run in cycles? They vanish for a while, then come roaring back, sharper, with fresh details. The lady in white, the shadow man. It's like they're getting recharged. And I think Mr. Elias is the one making sure they stay alive. I had to laugh. Couldn't help it. You're telling me the library janitor is the landlord of urban legends? The guy who gives the lady in white her bubble baths and covers rent for the shadow man? No, Leo. I'm saying he guards the door. The door to wherever those things hole up when they're not out here scaring folks. Mariana quit laughing before I did. She was staring back at the library, now looking even darker, gulping down the weak moonlight like it was nothing. But why a janitor? Why nights? Because at night, the silence is absolute, Pedro whispered. And silence is the key. That whole week, we couldn't shake Mr. Elias from our brains. We'd hit the library every day pretending to study, but really, we were staking him out. We clocked his patterns. He always rolled in 10 minutes before 10. Never chit-chat beyond the bare minimum. His route was like clockwork. First, up to the 4th floor, the forbidden manuscripts wing, sealed off to the public for decades. Then straight down to the basement, what we dubbed the dungeon, the spot for archives nobody ever checked out. The dungeon was our obsession. A worn marble staircase plunging into damp darkness. Heavy iron door at the bottom, padlock the size of my fist. And Mr. Elias spent most of his shift down there. We started timing him. Average, 5 hours. 5 hours in a place that, per library regs, was just storage for yellowed newspapers and century-old checkout cards. 5 hours staring at old papers? That adds up to 0, Mariana muttered one night, fake reading a book on the Industrial Revolution. He's not staring. He's standing watch, Pedro insisted. We needed proof, something screaming he was doing more than pushing a mop. And it came from the last place you'd expect. The sounds. The library, like I said, was a kingdom of silence. But sometimes, when the rest of the town was dead asleep, the building seemed to breathe. We started catching weird noises drifting up from the basement. Not footsteps, metallic scrapes, like something heavy getting dragged. And worse, every now and then this wail. A muffled, low cry that hit for a second and vanished. I was starting to get legit nervous. This wasn't just teen curiosity anymore, it was real dread creeping in. Guys, maybe he's got an old radio down there, tuned to some crappy station. I tried. A radio that cries, Leo? Pedro gave me that look, the one saying he already knew the punchline. We decided, next night, we weren't leaving. We'd hide. Plan was straightforward but ballsy. The historical studies room was 3rd floor, dead center of the building. There were those rolling stacks, crank 'em to slide open and shut. If we crammed way in the back, behind one nobody touched, odds of Mr. Elias spotting us were slim. Mariana was dead against it. Called it breaking and entering, said we'd end up with records. But like I told you, her curiosity outweighed any fear of getting busted. The next night, our big investigation, the air was thick with tension. I could barely draw breath. We waited. The grandfather clock in the main hall, ticking like it was counting down forever, struck 10. Mr. Elias stepped inside. And the silence dropped over us like a lead blanket, heavy and suffocating. We crammed ourselves behind the ancient history stacks, squeezed tight between volumes that reeked of moldy paper and faded glory. Mariana's flashlight was off. We only used the dim glow from our phones to text, keeping dead quiet. His routine kicked off. Step 1 the climb to the 4th floor. We heard those slow, dragging footsteps on the creaky wood floors. Dry, heavy thuds. Lasted about 20 minutes. Whatever he was doing up there, we had no clue. Step 2 the descent. Footsteps came back, quicker now, like he was in a hurry. He passed right by our shelf. I held my breath. Swore I caught that ozone smell again. Then the big one, the jangle of his keyring. Loud, sharp, echoing through the silence like a bell in a tomb. We heard the basement iron door creak open. A long, drawn-out groan, like tortured metal. Then the dull thud as it slammed shut. Silence. Total. We waited 10 minutes. 20. 30. Pedro, shaking with hype, texted, "Now." Mariana hesitated. Too soon. He might still be close. I sided with Pedro. Waiting 5 full hours back there? We'd lose our minds to the fear. We crept out of hiding, one by one, slow as ghosts. The 3rd floor marble was ice cold under my sneakers. The red emergency lights flickered in the hallway, giving everything that cheap slasher flick glow. We tiptoed down the stairs, skipping the creaky centers. The ground floor was swallowed in thick darkness, sliced only by moonbeams sneaking through the massive windows. The building felt asleep, but restless, like it was tossing in a bad dream. We hit the basement stairs. The air shifted hard. Colder, damper, ozone thicker than ever. The iron door was shut, but unlocked. "He never leaves it unlocked," Pedro whispered, fishing out the master key he'd swiped from the front desk maintenance board. Pedro was a pro at that stuff. "He didn't need to lock it." "He's down there," I shot back. Mariana grabbed the handle. The metal was freezing cold, like it had been sitting in dry ice. She paused, looking at us. Her eyes, usually packed with skepticism, were full of doubt now. "If we open this, there's no going back. This isn't just about a janitor stashing booze." "I know," Pedro said. "It's about the phantom car. The shadow man. The real truth behind Old Town." I swallowed hard. That moment, with the whole library weighing down on us, felt like the finish line of all our wasted nights spinning theories. "Open it, Mari. We gotta see." Mariana twisted the handle. The creak was deafening in the silence. The door swung into a darkness that sucked in what little light we had. Not just dark, a darkness with weight, texture, like wading into ink. We descended the stairs. The dungeon. The place matched every creepy library whisper. Narrow corridors, low ceilings, endless stacks of damp cardboard boxes crammed with ancient papers. The mold smell hit so strong it nearly choked us. But it wasn't the smell that froze us. It was the light. Way down the corridor, where the dungeon should have deadened it at the foundation wall, a light pulsed. Not bulb light, not regular flashlight. Violent sunset colors. Purple, orange, sickly green. And there stood Mr. Elias. Back to us, not cleaning. Doing something. He held that massive iron key, waving it in the air like tracing invisible circles. The sound coming from there? No more wails. A deep buzz, like a million bees trapped in a power transformer. Mariana's flashlight flicked on by accident for a split second, beam hitting the colored glow. What we saw knocked the air clean out of my lungs. The light wasn't from any lamp. It poured from a tear in the air, a rip like shattered glass floating a foot off the concrete wall. A door. And Mr. Elias stood there, not as janitor, but as doorman to whatever hell waited beyond. He didn't turn right away. Kept tracing those gestures. And we saw the source of the metal drags and cries. Right in front of that dimensional door, a metal shelf just like the ones upstairs for books, but this one held weird objects. A white high-heel shoe, caked in mud. A twisted chunk of metal that looked ripped from a car. An old rag doll, ugly and worn, missing one eye. Pedro gasped, muffled but enough. Mr. Elias froze. Slowly he turned toward us. His eyes, once just weary, now glowed with that purple-green light from the rift. Not normal eyes anymore. Eyes of someone staring into stuff we couldn't even dream. He didn't look mad. He looked disappointed. You kids shouldn't be here. His voice wasn't raspy now, deep, resonant, like it rose from the floor itself. The silence, it must be upheld. Pedro, bravest and craziest of us, stepped forward. What is this, Mr. Elias? What are you guarding? The janitor glanced at the shelf objects. The white shoe, the car scrap, the doll. These are the offerings. The pieces left behind when they come back. They who? I asked, cold sweat trickling down my neck. The legends, boy. The stories your town won't stop telling. You think they're just made up? That they only live in whispers. Mr. Elias aimed the iron key at the pulsing rift. Old Town exists in 2 dimensions. Yours, where facts rule. And this one, where belief is the law. The twisted car metal started vibrating on the shelf. The door's light flared brighter, the buzz turning into a shrill scream. This is the door to the other side, Elias went on. And I'm the only one making sure what's in there doesn't flood out all at once. He took another step our way, and the dungeon's darkness seemed to close in around him like a shroud. You broke the silence. And when the silence breaks, the other side hears it. We didn't have time to react. The rift behind Mr. Elias, that swirling purple-green stain in the air, started expanding fast, like some invisible force was yanking it wider. And from deep inside it, an unmistakable sound started building. It was the growl of an old engine, strained and revving high. The kind of roar that could only belong to one thing in Old Town. The phantom car from 7th Street. Run! Mr. Elias shouted, his voice cracking with pure desperation now. He wasn't the bad guy. He was shielding us. We spun and bolted up the stairs, but the portal's light was already flooding the dungeon. In the reflection off the stacked boxes, I caught a fleeting glimpse of a dark silhouette, a black beetle emerging from the glow, barreling toward us. No tire screech, just that engine snarling like a starving predator. I tripped on the first step. Pedro yanked me up. Move, Leo. It's coming. We scrambled up, hearts pounding in our throats, not daring to look back. But the engine roar was deafening. Over it, I heard Mr. Elias yelling some ancient word I couldn't make out, while the iron door groaned, trying to slam shut. We made it to the ground floor and sprinted for the emergency exit. Miraculously, no alarm blared. We burst out into the street, gulping the cold night air, and staggered to a stop about 50 yards from the library, gasping for breath. The building was dark and silent again. The eternal silence had returned. But I knew it wasn't natural. It was forced, a silence stuffing down the terror. We glanced back at the emergency door. Loctite. He sealed it, Mariana wheezed, leaning on a street lamp. She wasn't skeptical anymore. She was ghost white. And Mr. Elias? I asked, guilt hitting like a brick. We'd exposed him, and now he was trapped inside, alone. Pedro stared up at the sky. Fog was rolling in, thin and icy, just like in the stories he always told. He's the guardian, Leo. He knows how to handle it. But now they know that we know. That night, sleep was off the table. We just wandered the streets, replaying every detail. The portal, the colors, the ozone tang, and especially that shelf of offerings. The white shoe. The car scrap. The doll. The white shoe, Mariana whispered, shivering. It's from the lady in white on the overpass. She always drops one when she shows up. And the car chunk, I added, chills racing down my spine. The phantom beetle. And the doll, Pedro said, voice thick. That's from the Lost Girl legend, the one last seen in Central Square, hunting for her toy. We'd uncovered Old Town's grim secret. The legends weren't just stories, they were beings, energies, spilling from somewhere else. And the public library, with its quiet janitor, was the pressure valve between worlds. And we'd just blown the safe wide open. We knew we couldn't head home and pretend nothing happened. Not after seeing that portal glow and hearing the phantom car revving at our backs. From that moment on, the library wasn't a study spot anymore. It was the front line. And Mr. Elias, the janitor, was our only lifeline to the nightmare we'd just unleashed. The question hanging in the air as the fog swallowed the streetlights. What happens when the guardian slips? And what about us, the dumb kids who made him slip? The answer hit me soon after, cold and clear. When the other side cracks open, it doesn't stop at books. It hungers for the whole town. And we were dead center in its path. What hit next wasn't a noise, it was a jolt. Like the air got ripped from the world's lungs. My ears popped, pressure shifting so fast it felt like plunging 10 meters underwater. The shelf, that old wood wall we figured just held fake histories, started shaking. Not earthquake shakes. Shakes from inside, something forcing its way out. Leo, closest to where Felipe had collapsed, yelled, but the sound came out muffled, thin, like someone hit mute on his throat. And then we saw it. No flashy light explosion, no sci-fi glow. Worse. The book's spines, leather and cloth covers, started melting. Not burning, dripping like black wax down the wood. Ink bled away, and the smell, man, it was burnt old copper mixed with mothballs and something I can only call nothingness. Right in that melting shelf, where fat old tomes used to sit, a hole ripped open. Not a dark hole. A hole that sucked light. Staring at it was like wrestling a math problem you couldn't solve. It was the other side. The source of every bar tale we laughed off, every ghost story we used to scare little kids. Felipe was on the floor, groaning. He wasn't looking at us, eyes locked on the hole, desperation icing my gut. Close it. Close the damn door, he hissed, voice like grinding sand. He tried getting up, but his hand was bloody, and whatever was left of that pocket watch gadget lay smashed on the floor. But how the hell do we close it, man? Pedro was pale as paper, clutching the flashlight like a gun. The key's broken, Felipe coughed. You shattered the limiter. You opened the stream. The stream. That's what he called the legend dimension. And the stream wasn't just open. It was gushing things out. First thing wasn't some huge monster. It was a feeling. A bone-cutting cold that stung the skin. I swear my hair stood up, but not normal goosebumps, static charged. Then a sound. A cry. Tiny, childlike, coming from behind the card catalogs. A sound that clashed with the library's deadly hush, especially at this hour. Don't look at the sound, Felipe whispered, dragging himself toward a table. Don't feed it attention. It's the first one, the girl from Narrow Street. She thrives on fear and voices. Look at her and she steals your sound. Panic clawed up my throat. The girl from Narrow Street. Old town legend, said she drowned in the school well, and if you heard her cry, you'd lose your voice forever. We always chalked it up to grandma tales. But right then the cry was real and it was moving. Leo, bravest and most bullheaded, did the dumbest thing imaginable. He turned toward the sound. What the hell? It's just a kid, he muttered, trying to stay rational. The second he turned, his flashlight died, and we spotted a small, slender shadow parked near the poetry shelves. No face visible, but you could feel the sadness and hunger pouring off it. Leo tried to scream, nothing. Hands to throat, eyes bugged in raw terror. He coughed, strained, but his mouth stayed mute. The girl from Narrow Street had swiped his voice, quick and clean as a pickpocket. Stop staring, you idiots. Grab me and run. Felipe bellowed, pouring out every ounce of strength. Sophia, frozen for a minute, finally snapped to. Small but tough, she grabbed one of Felipe's arms, I took the other. Pedro, still gripping the flashlight, swept the beam around without locking on the weeping shadow. We started hauling Felipe, heavy as hell, toward the emergency exit we'd snuck in through. Every step fought a floor that felt glued to our shoes. What do we do, Felipe? What? I asked, cold sweat pouring down my back. He was heaving. You gotta get the rules. Legends, they're smart. They feed on belief. Inside the library, they're damn near unbeatable. This place is the convergence point, the magnet. And outside? Pedro asked, voice shaking. Outside, weaker in daylight. But at night, if folks believe, they turn to stone, flesh, wind. And you handed them the keys. You gave them the whole damn night. We hit the emergency door. I shoved the bar. It swung open with a screech that felt way too loud, sacrilegious in that unnatural quiet. We spilled into the side alley, same one we'd crept in hours earlier, full of stupid get-rich schemes. The shock wasn't seeing the alley. It was feeling it. The town was off. Not just dead of night quiet. Heavy silence, like the city's sounds were wrapped in cotton. Sodium streetlights flickered erratic, almost sick. We dumped Felipe behind some dumpsters, sucking air. Leo knelt, frantically trying to make noise, just a hoarse wheeze, like a radio off station. We gotta hit the cops. Call the police. Sophia blurted, staring at her shaking hands. Felipe shook his head, coughing again. Cops won't get it. They won't even see. And if they don't believe, the legends just ignore them. But us? We're the ones who opened it. We're the trail. They'll come straight for us. He pointed up, not really the sky, but the rooftops. Look at the clock tower. The clock tower was the tallest spot in old downtown. Beautiful stone beast, ticking away the town's time for over a century. But it wasn't right. Maintenance lights at the base were dead. Up top, where the big clock face glowed, the hour hand was frozen. Not on midnight, not any specific hour. Stuck between 9 and 10, twitching faintly. And something else. A dark figure, tall and skinny, perched on the bell tower ledge. We couldn't make out details, but it was humanoid, legs dangling over the drop, staring down at the streets. Like it was waiting. The man from the heights, Felipe whispered, real terror in his voice. The legend says he watches the town and sets the clock for the others. He's anchoring the breach. What does that mean? I asked, stomach churning. Means the legends aren't trapped in the stream anymore. They're hooked into the town. He's the lookout. And he's watching us. We had to move. We need somewhere safe, I said, glancing at Leo, who was crying silent tears of frustration, unable to speak. No such thing as safe, Felipe replied, calm in a way that chilled me more. Just places where belief's weak. Where folks don't dwell on fear. But you need to fix the limiter. The limiter? The smashed pocket watch. Where the hell do we fix that? No watch repair shop open at 3 a.m. Pedro protested. Felipe closed his eyes, breathing deep. It's not a normal watch. The key's forged from salt and memory. It can only be reforged where the town still remembers. Where belief runs deepest. Where the stories were born. And where's that? Sophia asked, already tugging us away from the dumpsters. Felipe opened his eyes and pointed east, toward the oldest neighborhood, crumbling mansions, pitch-black alleys. The Fog District. The first Guardian's house. That's where the stream was first sealed, over 200 years ago. That's where we might seal it again. We had to cross downtown. A town we thought we knew, now getting overrun by every tall tale we dismissed as bullshit. We dragged Felipe to Pedro's car, parked a block away. Getting in felt like forever. Every tire squeal on the street, I braced for some freak to leap from the shadows. Pedro turned the key, engine caught first try. Huge relief. But it didn't last. As we pulled away from the library street, I checked the rear view. Brake lights lit the building facade. And I saw it. Not the narrow street girl. Something bigger, heavier. Near the main entrance, by the silence plaque, stood the shadow of a towering man in a wide-brimmed hat. So black it looked like light was dying around him. The Hat Man. The legend. Spot him, and he invites you on a walk that never ends. Back to us, but I felt he knew we were there. Inspecting the library like a general surveying the battlefield. Floor it, Pedro. Now. I yelled. Pedro didn't need telling twice. He slammed the gas, car shooting down the empty street. We were running, but from what? Every scary story humanity ever cooked up. Worst part, hauling the wounded Guardian and the broken key scraps. We were priority targets. What's the plan, Felipe? We hit this Fog District house and what? Glue the watch with superglue. Sophia freaked from the back seat. Felipe, fighting the pain, kept his cool. The Fog District's the only spot where the town's old magic still responds to the limiter. The key needs bathing in spring water and exposure to the oldest star's light. I don't know the full ritual, just that we gotta get there before dawn. And if we don't? He looked at us, eyes full of pity. If we don't, the stream floods the town. Every legend becomes the new reality. The town turns into the other side. And you'll end up as characters in the worst horror stories. We hooked onto Main Avenue. Wide street, usually buzzing, now deserted. That's when the terror really spilled out beyond the library. We spotted the van. Old white van, dead middle of the avenue, rear doors wide open. Nobody around but brake lights glowing. What the hell is that? Pedro slowed, unsure. Don't stop, Felipe muttered, gripping his arm. Don't stop for anything. Too late. As we passed, interior lights flicked on. And we saw inside. Not boxes. Toys. Hundreds of old toys, eyeless dolls, ripped teddies, piled high. And in the middle, a man. Fat guy in grimy overalls, staring at us with a smile that didn't touch his eyes. Not chasing, just showing us his haul. The doll snatcher. I recognized, shiver hitting hard. Another urban legend, guy who steals dolls to turn them into. Nobody knew, but it was bad. Worst, as we rolled by, a porcelain antique doll in his lap turned its head and winked. I screamed. Sophia screamed. Pedro floored it, slamming us back into seats. They're manifesting too fast. Felipe sounded scared now. Town's belief is too strong. We need cover. We drove through a ghost town, our town, twisting into a nightmare map. Every alley, corner, shadow hiding threats that hours ago were just jokes. We needed the fog district, but that meant crossing the old overpass. Famous for haunts, simple legend, weird lights, noises. Climbing the ramp, Pedro's car started sputtering. No, no, no. Not now. Pedro pounded the wheel. Engine choked, coughed, died, stranding us in total dark on the old overpass. Middle of the bridge, no lights, no engine, dead silence outside. Felipe, what's going on? Belief here's thick. They're draining power, he explained, voice fading. The overpass is home to the Blackbird. It feeds on machines and escape hopes. Then I heard it. Not engine or voices. Wing beats. Not little bird wings. Massive, heavy, like some huge beast gliding overhead. Sound from above the bridge, where steel beams met. Out of the car. Now. Felipe ordered, fumbling the door. We barely scrambled out before the noise went deafening. The Blackbird. I looked up, faint moonlight glinting off wet leather. Gigantic thing, bat wings, massive claws, landed on Pedro's roof, crushing it under its weight. The Blackbird wasn't attacking. It was pinning us. Making sure we didn't leave the old overpass. We bolted to the bridge side, hugging cold concrete. Leo, mute, total panic, yanking Sophia's sleeve. Gotta get off the overpass. Only way, vault the guardrail, slide the steep embankment to the dry riverbed. We jump, we break bones. Sophia yelled. We stay, we're bird food, Felipe shot back, already crawling to the rail. Remember, they want us for the key. Keep it away. I pocketed the broken limiter chunk, cold, weird metal. The Blackbird let out a raspy screech, flapping again, kicking up dust and debris. No hesitation. Grabbed Sophia and Pedro, we vaulted the rail. Nasty tumble, rolling dirt and dead grass. Shoulders slammed hard, but pain took back seat to terror. At the bottom we looked up. The Blackbird circled the overpass, watching, waiting for a road return. Off the main drag, pitch black, wounded guardian, mute buddy, and a busted metal scrap, only barrier between our town and legend hell. Gotta reach the fog district. On foot, backways through town, denser shadows, older tales. Just hours till sunrise. Deep in the dark, fleeing stuff we swore wasn't real. And I knew, cold certainty in my chest, this was just the start. The stream was open, town breathing legends. Run, or become the next whispered horror. No way I wanted the bad ending tale. We burst from the silent library like someone doused our backs in gas and struck a match. Not just running, fleeing something indefinable, world-heavy, reeking of ancient mold. Leo, usually the calmest of us, was sprinting out front, Carol right on his heels, panting hard. I brought up the rear, that gut freeze hitting me, the kind that whispers your life's never flipping back to normal. Main Street felt wrong. Not crowded wrong, but silent wrong. The town was holding its breath. Street lamps dimmer, shadows thicker, sharper, like they had minds of their own. We didn't stop till we hit Leo's house. Safest bet? His folks were out of town visiting a sick aunt. We crashed into the living room, hearts slamming ribs, and just sat there 5 solid minutes, sucking air, ears strained for anything chasing us. What the hell was that? Carol finally croaked, voice raw, hugging her knees. That, I said, still winded, shrugging off my backpack, was proof we weren't losing it. The stream's real. And Mr. Elias, he's no ordinary janitor. Leo crept to the window, peeking through the curtain slit like he expected the lady in white strolling the sidewalk. He's the guardian, he said, keeping us safe, locking the stories in. But why'd he open it? He looked desperate. We started piecing it together, nightmare puzzle, every piece jagged. Then we remembered that old book Mr. Elias dropped the day we raided his office. I'd snatched it in the chaos, no thought, and now it was in my pack. I pulled it out. Hard leather cover, cracked deep, pages reeking of old trunk and dust. We cracked it open on the coffee table. Not a storybook, a diary, a manual. Ancient script, scribbles, weird drawings. Check this, Carol pointed. Sketch of a portal, dead ringer for the one we'd seen in the library depths, but cracked like a hatching egg. It talks about the imbalance. We read low, translating the fancy old lingo to plain talk. The book said the stream wasn't just a legend dump, it was where the town's imagination energy condensed. Mr. Elias, or his bloodline, were the enclosers, keeping the flow balanced. Making sure imagination thrived, but reality stayed separate. It says if the portal's forced open, or an enclosure fails, the weaker legends leak first. I read, chills crawling. And they're not just ghosts. They're collective fear made flesh. They need fear to stick around here. Leo slapped his forehead. So the more scared we get, the stronger they grow? We're feeding the beast just by freaking out. Looks like it, Leo. We stared at the book, reality crashing down. The town was getting invaded by headborn horrors. Worst, if the imbalance dragged on, the oldest, meanest legends, ones we'd forgotten, would wake. Those could wreck the whole place. We needed why Mr. Elias did it. Book didn't say, but back pages had a scribbled map. Library layout, odd marks. One spot circled red, labeled, reserve. The reserve, Carol whispered. Gotta be where he stashed the dangerous stuff, or tools to seal the door. Right then, mid-planning our return to hell, we heard it. Asterisk knock. Knock, asterisk. Not front door knocks. Dry, metallic, from the street. Leo froze. Us too. House dead quiet, just our heavy breaths. Asterisk knock. Knock, asterisk. Again, from that old phone booth nobody used anymore, 20 yards from Leo's place. Local urban legend, kinda silly. Pass late night, phone rings. Answer, hear the voice of whoever scares you most. We always laughed it off. But now, no ring. Just the receiver hook banging the booth side, rhythmic, impatient. Nobody's used that booth in 10 years, Leo whispered, pale. I stood slow, edged to the window, nudged the curtain just enough. Booth there under weak streetlight. Receiver swinging solo, clanging glass. Asterisk knock. Knock, asterisk. And not alone. A figure. Not quite person, blot, tall thin silhouette at the corner, staring straight at Leo's house. No clear face, dark smoke-like, but you felt eyes pinned on us. The running shadow. Carol choked, nailing the legend. Story of a shadow tailing you fast, stops if you look, but stare too long, it catches you. Booth went quiet. Shadow started moving. Not running, gliding, asphalt like water. Off the window. I yelled, yanking Leo and Carol to the floor. The silence after was worse than noise. Loaded, violence promising. We crawled to the hallway, windows far. Fear thick, and I felt the running shadow feeding, growing denser, realer. We gotta stop being scared. Carol tried, voice shaking. Easy for you to say. Leo shot back, clutching the old book. I knew staying was suicide. Legends find us, they devour. We were the breach point, prime targets. Listen up. Mr. Elias didn't open the stream out of spite. Warning us or fleeing something coming through, I said, forcing steady voice. Shadows here, 'cause the portal's cracked. We won't seal it hiding under beds. We go back. They stared like I'd suggested skydiving sans parachute. Back to the library? Leo asked. You saw what came out. I know. But the book mentions the reserve. If Elias kept tools to control the stream, it's there. We need his instructions. Seal it now, or the town's a graveyard of botched tales. Adrenaline trumped panic. We had to outsmart legends. If they fed on fear, move fast, no overthinking fallout. Grepex. I snagged Leo's workout stick? Yeah, a stick. What else against a shadow? Back door. Skip Main Street. Alleys only fast. And no looking back, I ordered. Leo nodded, Carol swallowed hard. We slipped out back, hopped the low yard wall. Outside air cold, heavy, humidity swapped for static charge. We started running, not panicked now, purposeful. Town changed. Every alley, corner waiting. Felt legends peeking, curious, probing limits. Mid-run, side alley glance. Weird sweet cloying smell. There, by dumpster, scattered old porcelain dolls, eyes fixed. Weren't there before. Midnight dolls, another local legend. Move alone, whisper victim names. I picked up pace. No doll stares. No dark corners. Forced thoughts to Mr. Elias, map, reserve. Needed plan, only shot. Back to the source, the silent library. Ran near 20 minutes, dodging busy streets, ducking narrow lanes. Finally spotted the looming library building, relief tangled with terror. Like returning to the tiger's cage. Iron gate shut but unlocked. We squeezed through a gap. Front garden dark, overgrown. Hit the main door. Must have left in a rush, Carol murmured. We stepped in. Library silence different from streets. Oppressive, air sucked out. Old book smell now laced with metallic tang, almost ozone. Main hall, moonlight through tall windows. Shelves taller, menacing. The map, I said, flipping the book, pointing sketch. Reserves not his office. Under the reference hall. Reference hall basement, staff said deactivated for leaks. We'd never gone. We moved through shelves, sneaker creaks like gunshots in the quiet. Down marble stairs, air colder still. Bottom floor, reference hall, a maze of empty shelves, stacked ancient papers. Center, rusty iron staircase plunging deeper. That's the reserve, Leo pointed. We descended, metallic smell unbearable. Feet hit cement floor, small windowless room. Middle, metal table loaded weird stuff, colored liquid vials, spinning compasses, and one catching my eye. Dark wood box, carved symbols matching Elias's book. Open. Empty inside. But what iced my blood wasn't the empty box. It was hanging on the wall above the table. Mr. Elias's uniform. Green vest, dress shirt. On a hanger. And below, slumped against the wall, Mr. Elias. Not dead but bad off. Sitting propped, eyes fixed on nothing. Nasty gash on forehead, dried blood streaking his face. Mr. Elias. Carol rushed, I held her back. Don't touch him. He blinked slow, recognizing us. Voice a hoarse whisper, barely there. Him back. You shouldn't have. The stream, Mr. Elias. The portal. It opened. Why? I pressed, urgency burning. Legends spreading. He tried raising a hand, pointing empty box. The key, they took it. They stole the key. Who, Mr. Elias? The Reckoners. They want total imbalance. I tried stopping. But they're the oldest story. He coughed, effort closing his eyes. The key was what kept the portal stable. Without it, it won't close. It'll suck everything over here. Reality and fantasy will mix, bleed into each other like ink in water. We stared at the empty box. If the key was the thing sealing the portal, and it had been snatched by these reckoners, we were totally screwed. Where'd they take the key? Where are they? I pushed, knowing his clock was ticking down fast. Mr. Elias cracked his eyes open again, pure terror shining in them. The center, the town's heart, where belief runs deepest, the clock tower, they'll use it to crank the opening wide. The clock tower, oldest, tallest landmark in town, our history carved in stone. If they fired up the portal there, legends would swallow the whole place. I glanced at Leo and Carol. Mission flipped. Not just slamming the portal shut anymore. Snag that damn key back. Alone, dying janitor behind us, urban legends roaming free on the streets. I knew we'd stumbled into Act 2 of our personal horror movie. And deep down, ice-cold sure, Mr. Elias handed us the map. Now we played heroes, or turned to dust, eaten by wild imagination. No chance I'd let it slide. Tower run. Quick. Before midnight chimed. That chest freeze wasn't pure fear. It was duty, heavy as chains. I eyed the ancient key Mr. Elias slipped us, rusty vibe but faint glow in library dim. No book key. Door unknown, map would reveal. We move, I said, voice solid surprising even me. Joao pale as sheet, ready faint on reference desk. Maria, ever practical, folded map pocket run ready, eyed me. Tower, whisper, tallest central symbol parchment point. Convergence, epicenter. Legends flood there, party crash there. No freeze, midnight wait turn town ghost madhouse. Service door out back alley. Outside air shifted. No regular night bite. Damp heavy cold, darkness gained weight, flesh almost. Swear, town slow breathing. First catch sound. Lack better. Late night usual, avenue car, far dog bark, life hum. That night, silence ear. Silence whispering, alone, bad sign. Maria wrist grab Joao near freeze, wall pull. Move start Mr. Elias map eye. No street map. Twisted lines, rushed symbols, light shadow dots. Safe paths marked, least deadly anyway. Martyrs Avenue take, map Traders Alley cut say, crying eyes scribble decipher. Traders Alley? Night no go, Joao fear choke stammer. Red scarf man waits, they say. Red scarf man old vanish trace legend. No rob, just takes. No pizza. Map Scott, Maria dark alley mouth already. Dimension faucet first proof there. Alley tight, old trash damp stink. Wall hug, ground eye trip avoid. Veneer. No loud, scrape. Thick cloth asphalt drag, alley deep total black. Stop, hand halt Maria Joao. Hearing, near no voice. Nod wide eye. Scrape close rhythmic. Big heavy rap thing our way. Mr. Elias words recall, asterisk fear fuel. Silence armor, asterisk. Quiet. Shallow breath, order. Brick merge wall press. Scrape front stop. Nothing see, air shift feel, huge block main street light trickle. Then smell. No scarf, mothballs wet earth. Long stored old things strolled aside. Red scarf man no see feel. The wait noise cry panic. Time stop. Heart pound loud think here. Joao side uncontrollable shake. Scream end. Maria Joao near genius. Silent pocket hand, hard squeeze, mute say, asterisk come. Here, asterisk. Thing interest lose. 10 seconds 10 hours feel, scrape resume dark fade. Sound full gone, wall slide collapse. That real, Joao rasp. Wanted realer no, cold forehead sweat wipe. Mr. Elias joke no. Legend stories no, Joao, barriers. All cross gotta. Up journey pure adrenaline vein. Map secondary street forgotten alley big avenue dodge guide. Tower old center city hall near abandoned decade. Center close reality fray more. Daytime crowd square pass now empty. Middle carousel horse. Been alone. Slow. No music. Maria arm cling. Horse no look, murmur. Despair carousel, legend recall. Horse look call, go eternal ride no back. Step quicken ground stair map line follow. Mr. Elias map path only no coming warn. Stretch 3-eye dog head draw. What? Joao point. Old butcher street worn, shiver. 3-eye dog. Corner guard. Pass C speed matter no. Dieter. Problem unmarked unsafe street means straight line 43. Detour time no clock run. Maria normal redder bigger moon sky glance. Line 43 risk. Fast. Line 43 famous transit legend. Ghost bus. 70s bridge fall packed night return lost soul collect. No noise window pale empty face back stare. Tower fast path. Death likely. Overpass top. Coming spot. Decide. Old metal overpass stair avenue cross climb night silence loud creek. Shot like. Top view spine chill. Town horror set. Streetlight sink flicker fog thick ground smoke. Then see. Below deserted avenue way huge dark shape no light. Ghost bus. No engine brake hiss. Glide just. See feel indescribable. Metal monster fetch come. Fast. Down now street cross overpass hit before. Yell stare 2 time. Life never run. Street hit bolt cross huge graffiti dumpster dive. Bus pass. Pass temp 20 drop. Cold breath feel ozone lightning after. Terrifying bus no inside. Resist no head little peak. Window dark empty no. Dozen face glass press pale forward stare blind. Legend swallow folk eternal vehicle loop. One face turn. Slow. Direct hide look. I know. Depot. Dumpster back dive throat scream trap. Saw. Joao whimper. No, Maria hand squeeze. Felt. Stop no can. Legend rule remember? Route only take. Off route we. Bus glide on fog swallow. Stand gasp. Scare terrible clarity give. Game in. Joke no. Uncontrolled imagination war. They're from map ID easy real face hard. Tower near. Bell tower remnant area tall. Dark brick top clock spot black hole. Clock 50 years steel never replace say. Night that black hole light emit. Normal no. Blue-green pulse building breathe like. There, wait. 2 block. Air vibrate. Low constant hum bone deep feel. Mr. Elias library portal say. Get start. Library lock. Tower hinge. Dimension from expand. Run again. Weird crack asphalt cross under earth push like. Joao trip back look scream. Boogeyman. Cartoon no. Dark shapeless mass slow move living oil puddle way are. Pass quake ground. Run. Back no look. Bolt. Fear leg unknown give. Tower base hit. Building gigantic impose close ancient much seam. Main iron door dry ivy rusty padlock. Century entry no seam. Stop gasp cold tower wall lean. Hum deaf now. Arrive, Maria difficult breathe. Now. In how? Joao iron door point. Break impossible. Door touch metal cold feel. Main lock look then. Big ancient dark bronze. Weird near medieval shape. Pocket Mr. Elias give key pull. Exact same shape. Exact. Mr. Elias map only no give Maria. Access give, hand tremble feel say. Moment now. Threshold we. City Hall clock square other end toll start. Midnight no warning chime. Minute few left. La Kishov. Smooth enter made for like. Joao Maria tense little away. Key turn. Internal mechanism turn metal unlock noise no. Deep gong silent town all echo. Top blue-green light strong pulse more around air illuminate. Iron door open no. Dissolve. No dissolve no. Smoke like dematerialize absolute dark inside reveal. Dark star light suck seam. Inside comes smell old paper ink dust metallic blood touch like. Library smell thousand concentrate. Door, Maria whisper. Key firm hand hold. Key hot now burn near. Legend epicenter entry just open. Horror city cross now tower enter portal throat B. Back no more can, friend look say. Outside saw edge only. Inside source. Joao dry swallow head nod but. Mr. Elias hand no leave. City horror tale no leave. Maria serious look only give. This end. Deep breath dimension heavy smell feel. Leader be brave be must. Mr. Elias 4. Us 4. Tower dark first step give. Feet under stone floor alive seam. City uncontrolled imagination enter we cause inside find go new. Heart deep ready hope we. Midnight second strike be. Needed do no town story hell turn. Us urban legend more turn. Allow no. I know. Door that close way have must. Fine go we. Last thing be even it. Rafa Sophia look. Pale I never quit spark have. Fast need. Library air heavy dense become chalk dust electricity breathe like. Mold old paper mix pure fear smell I only describe can cold metallic. Iron door that deep now noise creak only know. Giant heart strong beat ready nightmare piece explodes spread seam. Elias. Dimensional hum middle almost disappear hoarse voice whisper. Here no. Chaos big party prepare must. Here portal open wait no. Outside full party guarantee go. Portal full almost open wait no. Book guard only want no. Be book all important story be want. Our reality and ceremonies master be want rule fear right where. Sophia always practical even ground tremble cold head think can oldest dark would shelf point lightning hit stubborn only survive seem that. This thing close form if somewhere note must, expected then firmer voice say. Elias janitor creator no. Someone him before door make. Someone emergency manual leave must. All sense make. Elias current guard villain turn. Library much ancient city own older maybe. Search start no book read search. Secret hunt hidden paper scribble map. Thick volume pull century mold dust silent story carry seam smell. Adrenaline arm less hurt make. Heavy shelf move ignore book fall hollow noise almost scream like. Rafa phone flashlight battery almost end dark corner illuminate use. Rafa find. Shelf no tabletop no. Behind tall shelf most Elias nap corner near that. Loose panel perfect dark accumulate dirt camouflage. Hey! Here! Tense voice call. Panel push bone break creak small tight niche reveal. Inside big formal book no old leather notebook time beaten thick twine almost rot tie. Diary, nooka shiver breathe. Previous janitor must. Or one them close try that. Notebook smell library all different. Mold only no. Electricity stop burnt metal touch dry fear like page writer terror absorb seam. Tremble hand open yellow paper tear no careful. Calligraphy elegant hurried ink some page dried blood seam make. Weak flashlight light under huddle dimension near invade seam fine scream hoarse laugh sound ignore. Diary threshold maintenance speak. Previous janitor read Antonio work necessary curse describe burden towns saying keep carry he. Portal metal key complex spell no close explain. Wait. Wait what? Rafa my shoulder over read small letter decipher try ask. Crucial part focus heart accelerate feel manage. Aloud slow read sure we written gravity understand. Threshold imbalance feed. Uncertainty blind faith thrive. Town shadow too much believe door open. Close truth counterweight need. Absolute force deny strongest story out try that. Antonio write Elias his apprentice problem. Obsessed Elias. Legend need real believe order impose lie that. Steal important most secret Antonio 7 key guard that, anchoring point. Anchoring point what hell? Sophia shoulder squeeze ask. Page frantic flip description or better drawing seek. City scribble map central point crying eye or open wound seam symbol mark. Town heart. Library air no relation spine cold feel say. Antonio say first urban legend born place that. Belief strong older race hard most. Elias activate portal open only no anchor here. Legend dimension our town forever bind. Time fight door close only no. Elias fight our home permanent nightmare turn prevent. Diary continue Elias plan reveal. Library more need no. Portal almost open. Outside anchoring point activate. They're fast before late portal stabilize. But Antonio old janitor terrible warning last page leave ink blur cry while right seem like. Threshold close truth counterweight invent lie or any story no can. Absolute denial sacrifice act life proof show reality raw world truth powerful fiction strong still. Cost much town all feel something but strongest legend existence deny. What this mean? Sacrifice say what? Rafa now really scared ask and Sophia I fear reflect ci. Mean, diary close ancient leather my hand wait feel answer, Elias before anchoring point find we. Door close strong enough something have we. Counterweight worth something. Main legend deny something. Iron door now violent tremble hinge swing look. Time end. Escape easy no. City back but we know city unravel soon nothing left no. Janitor outside we fail wait. All save want we ever than fast smart brave be must. Strongest legend out try discover what counterweight use no need. Discovery much hurt feel I. No matter. Map plan have and hell real minute away us swallow certainty have. And we there stand threshold door library door no more but abyss mouth yes. Air pull I but come air no mold ozone burn old paper rot smell. Lucas first move. Flashlight firm hold but hand tremble see can. Now, whisper and voice small thick almost palpable dark swallow seam. We crossed. What I other side see no city and movie hell we see no. Worse because familiar. Think your neighborhood street you heart no but stretch twist drunk giant reality play-doh play like. House there but window empty eye and roof giant wet book pile merge dark mountain form. Silence, a silence. Sound absence no, wait. Silence scream. We silent city in our town morning materialize. Map Lucas. Center where? I asked try voice firm keep but hoarse noise out. Lucas pulled out his backpack. No paper map this time. He drew out a chunk of tree bark the custodian had handed him, etched with symbols that looked like ancient script mixed with pulsing veins. It's not a paper map, he explained, eyes scanning the markings. It's an energy diagram. The custodian said the strongest legend, the one clawing to get out, hangs where fear pools deepest. Where reality's thinnest. We started moving, tracing what felt like Main Avenue, except now it was cracked asphalt patched with glued pages from old encyclopedias. We were 4 flickers of light in total dark. Me, Lucas, Sophia, Pedro. And we knew we weren't alone. First thing crossing our path was subtle, but it iced my soul. We passed an alley leading nowhere, and I swear on everything holy, I heard a child's cry. Not loud, a low, looping whimper from behind a heap of toppled shelves. It was the lost girl legend, the one drowned in the river 50 years back, popping up begging help, but touch her, and she drags you under. Pedro, hot-headed as ever, stepped back. We gotta help, guys. It's a kid. Sophia clamped his arm hard. No. Pedro, remember what the custodian said. You don't help. You don't engage. This place runs on desire. Want to help, and she reels you into her story. The cry dragged on, insistent, and I shut my eyes a beat to shake the image of that soaked, pale little girl I knew was there. Focus, I barked, sweat slicking my back. We're not here saving minor ghosts. We're shutting the damn portal. We bolted. Ran ignoring wall whispers, ignoring shadows darting too quick in peripheral vision. Push 20 minutes, landscape shifting aggressive. Nightmare architecture amped up. Streets fog-choked, ozone stink choking, like a transformer blowing nonstop beside us. Lucas halted, gasping. Pointed a structure dominating horizon. The old city hall clock, town's tallest point, but twisted here. Top fused to a massive needle tip, hands replaced by gnarled wood arms. And the sound, no chimes. Deep hum, bone vibrating, teeth grinding. That's it, Lucas said, voice near lost. The custodian's ground zero. Instability epicenter. We closed on the building. Massive, dark stone, moss crawling like alive. Entrance black hole. Watched feeling so strong I scanned sky for giant eyes. We entered. Inside, no normal stairs or halls. Vertical maze of empty shelves. Thousands, spiraling up twisted, like inside a termite nest of wood and hush. We climbed, shelves as makeshift steps. Every meter up, pressure crushed harder. Gravity smashing, clock hum deafening. Why here? Sophia gasped, clinging a shelf. Why the clock? Lucas pale, eyes locked custodian notes. The custodian wrote the strongest legend isn't scariest. It's most needed. The one town spun to dodge truth. Scapegoat. He froze mid-shelf span defying physics. Staring wall spot nothing special but dark damp stain like crying face. The custodian said the legend pushing out is silent duty. What everyone agreed forget to move on. Chill hit unrelated cold. Dots connecting. Urban legends explain inexplicable. Town's most buried pain? Climb on, new smell mixed mold ozone. Hospital tang, antiseptic, dried blood. Top hit, clock room. Room circular vast, clock guts exposed center, spinning wild no sync, heart lethal arrhythmia. Middle mechanism, floating what we sought. No clawtooth monster. Slender figure pure shadow, vague teen outlines. Trapped gears, writhing free. Each twist, reality quaked around. Lucas' muffled yell, I got it. Not just legend. Personified tragedy 10 years back. The old bridge disappearance case. Kid vanished no trace, cops closed runaway, but everyone knew darker, covered murder maybe, suicide no one admit. Born legend aimless wanderer, hitching rides vanishing. But raw pain there, clock trapped. Forgotten youth's incomplete story anchoring town panic. It's him, Lucas whispered, voice cracked. Strongest legend unfinished story we lacked guts end. Shadow figure turned. No face, but felt cold ancient fury stare. Then custodian, Silas, mind spoke. No sound, certainty, calm voice chest own. Asterisk, you found the void. Built lies omission. Once cross your world ready accept pain. Needs counterweight. Equal value. Pure truth. Shadow figure faster move. Hum shrill scream. Stone floor crack feet under. Counterweight. What use, Lucas? Yell. Backpack yank desperate truth hope object hunt. Lucas tremble, bark grip knuckles white. Custodian, said counterweight antithesis out try, stammer. Void town accepted lie, counterweight town rejected truth. Personal, us only real. Pure ours find, collective fear untainted. Friendship represent, courage, madness face choice. Lucas Sophia Pedro look. Everything risk here arrive. Purest what? Custodian letter remember, start give, choice sacrifice talk. Penny drop 1,000 book weight. Counterweight object no. Sacrifice counterweight. Lie out try huge rooted equal price demand. Lucas my face see understand too. Can't be. I wide start. Shadow figure gears peel. Materialize solid, pain hate empty ghost boy eye flash see. Near free almost. Custodian mind urgent now. Asterisk quick. Portal opening. Counterweight void throw before cross. Labyrinth seal only way. Clock look giant gears anything place crush. Pure truth. Sacrifice. Protagonist I story this. Door open friends gather debt mind feel. Before step think even Sophia move. Next small silver locket child since where grandma gift pull. Object no new eye. Determination cold look. Truth town reject no eye. Deafening noise middle calm surprising voice say. Boy only know. Lost love capacity hour. Own faith hour. Us look sad smile lip. Alone do you let know. Void way step give. Pull try I Pedro hold. No Sophia. Plan think. Pedro yell. Plan change, answer I light never see I. Custodian truth need we say. My truth guilt bear no can this stop could I no live no. Guilt her speak, us away step, custodian doubt start. Truth her. Void shadow figure long thin arm stretch. Fingertip portal edge near touch. Room air ice turn. Quick need new eye. Void out town hold distorted reality turn. Sophia shoulder grab all strength back yank. No Sophia. Sacrifice your want no he. Hope our want. Lucas look bark fragment map hold. Silent cry. Hope what have Lucas? Pure what have. Lucas deep breath eye close bark chest press. Custodian this give me. Wrong all if map out guide no say. Next guardian way show for. Hand open me bark give. Hopos. This fight continue hope. Future faith our. Counterweight. Life sacrifice no our only understand chance guide lifeline sacrifice fire throw. Void cross almost. Wait no more can I. Bark chunk grab hand palm warm energy feel. Abyss dark shadow figure soon swallow look. Throat rip scream with bark fragment clock heart gears direct throw void trapped where. Impact devastating. Bark center touch mechanism blind white light explode lavender rain smell light. Void bellow physical pain no existential agony. Shadow figure writhe counterweight light wrap back gears center pull start. Light strong too. I cover must I? Giant heat feel clock sound before hum now dry snap huge something break like. I open again manage when void gone. Place center gears bark charred only clock mechanism stop. Total silent. We did. Portal closed. Strongest legend neutralized. Relief second less last. Void sealed soon silent city react. Before distorted scary place now collapse. Ground violent shake. Giant shelf fall start. Custodian mind desperate. Asterisk exit sealed you dimension no seal. Out now must. Labyrinth unravel. We ran. Life are for run shelf now would paper cascade crumble down. Objective 1. Door us bring their back only exit. Down while reality around disintegrate realize strongest legend seal silent city death frenzy throw we. Inside still we. Time no have we. Door that labyrinth us crush paper dust turn before find need. Custodian warn. Door guardian obstacle only no. Chaos released. Middle it we. Matter now only thing run library door still exist pray. Chaos released. Middle it we. Matter now only thing run library door still exist pray. Place that before scary only now true nightmare turn wake sweat cold those. Air already heavy mold old paper smell ozone burnt start stink close lightning fall when like. Corridor no more roof run purple dark only above us. Ground cement no more strange mix cracked asphalt carpet piece stone Portuguese sidewalk center seaweed. Guardian undone with order that universe takes seam. Legends mix clash. 10-step barely give when hear we. Scream no whisper no. Tire wet asphalt screech sound only loud very somewhere behind us come. Back no look. Livia front yell. Panic physical thing a stick molasses like. Leg hurt adrenaline engine stop no let me. Facade pass seem old building broken window but blink facade recent graffiti brick wall turn. Nothing stay. Car sound increase. Deep heavy fast come. Black car. Marginal appear that. Mateus gasp yell. Legend remember. Driver no car dark road follow crash or lane leave until stop only. Dimension legend there us target s. Side eye look. Headlight fog cut light yellow normal car no. Dirty red glow ember like. Car gigantic old sedan matte black no plate. Worst, driver no see. Will alone turn engine anger roar here can we. Right. Alley enter, yell Tiago arm pull. Opening narrow dive light pole broken pile trash alone move seam between. Car stop no. Pole absurd force hit. Metal twist red light flash car speed no slow. Hunt us. Alley worse. Sewer rot meat stink. Silhouette full. Minor legend school circle tell those all their squeeze. Quick shadow see seam child for run fine giggle here wall inside seam come. Concentrate must we. Custodian paper smell strong where exit say. All remember try logic fear combat use I. Tiago tremble. Guardian fight most effect he. A thing there see I, whisper corner point. Dog see my glow but. No look. Livia reprimand no rudeness only urgency. Want they what? Look here trap you. Ignore center go must we. More stretch run black car engine sound still echo now far seam block around turn us again catch like. Suddenly ground feet under change again. Asphalt out fall surface beach sand seam but gray dry fine dust make. Book old smell increase strange outplace see tang mix. Then face give city saddest legend nobody want find everyone know exist. Highway ghost bride. Path middle stand back us. Dress white dirty crumpled wet tissue paper seam. Veil no hair long black face cover. Cry seam body slight sway. Around go, breath hold say. Melancholy ghost time no have we. But Mateus stop. Wait. Front shoot door seam what? Righty. Bride figure behind gray sand middle structure. Would massive library door know we know. Old stone arch moss cover forgotten ruin take seam. Other side arch swear can I normal our city street post weak light see. Exit. But bride their block. Continuing the adaptation directly from the provided text. keeping the poetic, encouraging, straight-talking vibe with quick wit where it fits, like the chaos being a frenzy party crash, but no extra message. We froze staring at her. That white dress clung like wet regret, hair a black curtain hiding whatever face grief carved. She swayed, soft sobs echoing like rain on tin roofs, poetic, heartbreaking, but we knew the punchline. Help her, and you're hitched to her eternal weight. Pedro shifted, old impulses kicking. We can't just. No, Sophia cut sharp, voice steel under strain. She's the trap wrapped in tragedy. One step, and we're grooms in her endless wedding march. The sobs tugged harder, insistent strings on heart. I felt it, that pull to fix the unfixable. But we pushed past, skirting wide, eyes averted. She didn't chase, legends like her reel you in with pity. Air thickened as we closed on the arch reality frayed edges, stone moss pulsing like veins, faint library scent leaking through, dust, ink, forgotten summers. Lucas gripped the bark tighter. This is it. Threshold back. But it's guarded. Always is. We stepped closer. Bride turned slow, no face, just void where features should have been, hollow sorrow sucking light. Then she spoke, voice wind through cracked windows. Stay. The weight ends together. Chill hit bone deep. But we held line, for stubborn lights against her pull. I stepped first, key from Elias' burning palm. Fit the arch lock? No lock, but key glowed, reality ripple. Truth over pity, I muttered, shoving key air where door should have been. Arch flared soft gold, bride wail fading like echo down well. We dove through. Burst back into real library basement, iron door clanging shut behind, sealing with final thud. Silence returned, true silence. No hum, no cries. We collapsed, gasping real air, musty books, no ozone bite. Portal sealed. Legends caged again. But as dawn crept windows, we knew, town safe, but we'd carry scars. Heroes? Maybe. Survivors definite. And somewhere, Mr. Elias smiled weary, duty past. Will she attack if we try to pass? Tiago asked, voice weak as a whisper. No clue. Sad legends usually just crave company, or someone to hear their tale, I replied. I'd skimmed that in one of the custodian's books before the madness kicked off. We couldn't risk chatting her up. One distracted minute, and the black car catches us, or alley shadows swarm. Livia had the brutal but necessary idea. The custodian said these things feed on attention and fear. If we give neither. She snatched a rusty iron chunk from the debris chaos, hurled it opposite way, toward where the black car vanished. Sharp clang echoed. The ghost bride didn't budge. Kept sobbing. Didn't work, I muttered, frustrated. Not on her, on something else, Livia corrected, deep breath. Need bigger distraction. Something pulling every nearby legend's eye. Problem, all we had was fear. Couldn't afford spilling more. I eyed the stone arch salvation 20 yards off, felt worlds away. Remembered the small metal key I'd pocketed after the Guardian dusted. Useless now, but remnant power. Mateus, that ash from the Guardian? Burnt paper dust. Yeah, but wind took it. Didn't. Stuck to my clothes. Hold up. Scraped gray fine powder off jacket and pants, palm handful. Teaspoon maybe. But legend made dust. Crept toward bride, slow, minimal noise. She sobbed on, underwater muffled. 10 yards out, sea tang choking, unnatural graveyard chill hit. Stopped, hand up, blew the ash. Burnt paper dust hit her figure. No hurt, disturbed. Like reality scrap invading her dream. She quit crying. Slow, agonizing slow, head turned. No face seen, just soaked hair. But felt gaze, heavy, empty, piercing. Who dares disturb my rest? Voice dry drag, dead leaves swept. Nobody. We're not from here. Just leaving. I yelled, forcing firm, inside quake. Bride stepped my way. Air iced harder. No, it leaves. Enter the corridor, you become story. You're mine. Stay, tell what happened my wedding day. Backstepped. Panic near yielding comfort urge, end suffering. Waste no time. She's just sorrow. Livia yelled behind. Her fear real but needed stronger. Arch glance. Street light flicker. Door unstable, fading. Stupid desperate idea hit, straight from legend book I'd read. Rid ghost give want, or flat deny existence. Chose denial. You're not real, bellowed, fear shove aside force voice. Just old tale. Your wedding means zip to anyone. Reaction instant violent. Body arched back, sob whisper shrill scream air rip, ears ring. Lie. Scream force flung me back, gray sand fall. Dress whip, flash face. No human. Darkness, 2 white hate dots. Ghost bride lunged, but denial, forced no empathy, focus lost. Furious, disoriented. Now. Livia, Mateus, Tiago bolted. Past bride, busy screaming cold smoke unravel. Up ran I, lungs barely feel. Arch step from, black car loop back left appear, gray sand accelerate. Straight plow us, portal cross time no. Mateus front quick think. Loose brick sand grab full force red headlight hurl. Impact small enough. Pursuit vengeance legend, paused. Not headlight break, legend acknowledge challenge. Bull red cape see stop. Second pause use. Mateus, Livia, Tiago I stone arch dive. Feeling horrible. Glass 2 wall squeeze like body stretch shrink same time. Old paper mold smell strong sand swallow seam. Then noise gone. Cold smooth floor fall. Eyes open. Main reading room no narrow corridor lone desk behind silent library. Weak yellow street post tall window in. Floor wax dusty book smell. Home smell. Out corridor we. Relief huge cry laugh same time want feel. Mateus cough, Livia side lie, Tiago knee hug breath recover try. God we did, Livia whisper hoarse voice. Victory short last. Up look around though library different library realize. Empty sure wrong something silence with. Reading place respectful silence no. Oppressive heavy sound swallow seem silence. Stone arch us bring back? Arch no more. Close metal old rusty cleaning closet door turn. Custodian. Start. Where he? Elias room out main reading enter. Huge shelf sky dark seam. Center back us he. Silent library custodian. Stand still uniform navy usual hand back cross. Place inspect seam. Knew you return. Voice calm no surprise weary note never hear before say. Turn no. Did what ask you. Guardian destroy. Corridor chaos but out we. Explain pride tip feel despite terror. Custodian slow sigh echo silence. Guardian problem no young my. Solution was. Finally turn. See me halfway stop make. Custodian hurt no different but. Face before tired only now deep line mark 20-year age one night seam. I worst part. Gray dull light all lost seam. Guardian host I call order force chaos hold. You destroy, slow head shake say. Door close no. Wide open you. Floor feet under vanish feel. But ask you way out guardian remove door close need say. Way out remove I door close need say. Infinite sadness correct. Guardian remove price high vary. Own time own life made he. Hand raise skin translucent near transparent CI. Custodian I, guardian I, obstacle last I, voice fail start say. Force more no corridor close I now. Then silence break. Scream no car engine no. Wall inside book inside structure own library inside come sound but. Long dry nail would scrape like. Bookshelf always still tremble start. Custodian behind dark shelf between look. Chaos come. Legend portal need no more. Book through. Paper through. Happen what reality dream control no mix when. Us turn serious resigned expression. Chance one you have. Library exit door glass last barrier. Out you manage before arrive safe you. Main door hold try I time how no. Glass door front street give point. Chance only are. And you? Livia choked voice ask. Custodian smile sad tired smile. Custodian mess with stay I. Story this book last I. Never more seek know what line between right city your. Warning another need no we. Glass door direction run start. Middle room reach before custodian yell. Pure pain yell. Turn I life rest haunt scene see. Shelf middle ghost no black car no. Shadow shapeless dust torn page make rap custodian. Chaos essence guardian distance keep thing. Custodian knee fall shadow light out him pull start. Skin transparent more bone structure under seek an eye. Undo he paper dust turn guardian like. G.O. Final whisper near voice manage yell. Run no back look scratch intensify bookshelf fall here. Legend our world invade. Glass door reach handle pull eye. But worse no. Door key locked no. Weld block inside thick dark paper web cover own library outlet no want seam. Behind us custodian disappear. Darkness all legend we release make room swallow come. Trapped last barrier glass door paper cover separate reality only thing. Chaos meter few away. Confront last there now be. Old carpet floor silent library never solid real seem moment thousand voice wait finally shift that. Mr. Elias us fight ask no understand? Witness ask he. Silence door behind live thing body punch burn form no we can. City fear all some gossip all accident warning tail turn all shadow move light off when concentrated noise. Thing that Mr. Elias swallow try soul him inside void pull. Lia hand hold eye. Pedro free Elias give medallion, truth wait, squeeze cracked bell vibrate seem use. Door close try no, Mr. Elias yell voice thin near lament out. Wait no you have. Close try now fabric tear. Excess, absorb must. Excess absorb. Scream physical no absorb how? Head swell feel I. Old radio neck plug seem 100 stations same time tune. Bride ghost sob train never stop creak sack man heavy breath all soup sound mix vomit threaten make. Nya box. Yell Elias room near door leave dark would box point only thing legend made no seam there. Lia quick think always instant understand. Box container vacuum. Mr. Elias kneel hand door darkness vomit extend. Pale wet tissue paper made seam. Custodian eye, whisper but whisper legend noise strong than. Silence I, order, you bridge you kids. Box open keep. Next happen surreal most thing ever witness I. Burst no final scream no. Suction. Mr. Elias glow start. Lamp light no internal gray warm ember glow like. Noise all darkness fisher out curve him direction start. Filter serve he. The eye box lid open keep force air pressure close one even feel. Pedro medallion front lightning rod act whisper first impact withstand. Pain physical no identity. Door second more look if I me be cease become lost story forgotten warning only feel. Mr. Elias me look. I before tired kind now black hole deep infinite seam. Vigilance silent. Me say last phrase here I him as Mr. Elias custodian. No you do what? City care. Then gone he. Explosion no. Final scream no. Mr. Elias simple, dissolve. Disappear no. Gray light part become legend filter. Own seal integrate he. Chaos devour quietude become he. Noise stop. World off someone like. Follow silence library empty normal silence no. Deep heavy truth guard silence. Gray light quick backwood box retreat Elias presence remain take with. Wall fissure before eternal night portal seems subtle sound close book close like. Cleaning closet door portal be just cleaning closet door back. Weak disinfectant floor wax smell have. Carpet fall exhausted we. Air thin much gravity strong much seam. Lia cry silent tear face down. Fear cry no morning. Silence become he, hoarse voice manage say. Pedro nothing speak. Box now closed look medallion hands still warm. Box crawl take I, heavy. Would metal no heavy story heavy. City secret wait now are. Floor library time measure no there stay we. Minute 10 maybe hour 1 maybe. Matter only thing sunrise be go there must we. Finally up look around. Library intact. Scratch no battle mark no. Normal dust old paper smell only. Entire night fever dreams seem like. But no. Hand my box prove. Elias room out now just closet. Night rest trace clean reality backspend. Fast act must. City wake soon. First thing box hide do. Library leave no can. Risky too. Safe most place no choose Pedro attic junk forget full ironic safe feel we place. Never anyone about that speak more promise we. Secret our burden too. Follow day strange be. School back work but world color lost seem. Street people walk laugh traffic complain see I think. Know you if feet under you what, cleaning closet that guard what? City change no see it way my complete change. Shadow long more notice alley deep silence more. Legend there quiet wait no I. Elias vigilance work. Vacuum he create fear energy suck equilibrium keep. Library what happen? Well, reorganization, through. Mr. Elias sudden retire family interior live go say. Much question no one. Janitor silent disappearance like. New janitor come young noisy headphone wear guy. Dust mold smell complain. Corridor end door never notice. Him for just closet. We trio unofficial new guardian become. Broom floor wax no attention with. Library hit clear. In counterpoint our secret universe center our. There go read pretend but truth monitor we. Noise, sensitivity develop we. Urban legend new violent much emerge city fear to grow if head our subtle hum ponada feel we. Warning. Moment those look we know, box check must we. Box again open never we. Never. Elias teach secret greatest power integrity. Box open risk silence undo legend leak back. But touch we. Pedro attic night dead gather dark would hand place. Contact that Elias presence feel we. Ghost no calm electric current comforting wait like. There he line hold. Last lesson he understand we. Legend kill no can. Legend story die no tell right volume only need. Elias chaos kill no. Organize give rest place give he. Life continue we. Lia history college go myth folklore study but book no give knowledge now with. Pedro artist become work he shadow figure full we only recognize. Storyteller become I. Story tell yes immense caution with. Word power no I. Innocent tale fear right feed life gain can no I. Secret this live with mold us he. Curious young group library invade more no we. Filter we. Barrier we. City? City forward go vibrant noisy mystery all love share full. People clown road appear black car follow whisper continue. Unknown fear continue. But fear enough no more reality fabric tear. Because somewhere city heart ancient silent library cleaning closet portal memory janitor own silence become guard. And we three watch continue. Silence in. Greatest story all never tell can that matter most story that. Guard we that. Until the next video, if you liked it, leave a comment and share.